I will never forget the moment when I got the call to play first-class cricket for the first time. We were playing the semi-finals of the Cooch Behar Trophy, the Under-19 Interstate Tournament, against UP in Ahmedabad. We had lost the game, but the sorrow was short-lived. G.R. Vishwanath, then chairman of selectors, had called our manager and informed him that Sujit Somsundar and I had been selected for the Ranji Trophy squad who were due to play Maharashtra in Pune. I immediately called my parents and their joy knew no bounds. Sujit and I packed our bags and we were off to kickstart our first-class journey. I was so excited to be part of the Ranji Trophy team, which boasted of stalwarts like Syed Kirmani, Javagal Srinath, Anil Kumble, Carlton Saldana, Karthik Jaswant, Raghuram Bhatt, to name a few. To say that I was nervous when I walked out to bat for the first time in first-class cricket as an 18-year-old would be an understatement. The 82 that I managed to score in that game made me believe that I belonged at this level. I was now a first-class cricketer. In those days, I was a very annoying roommate, and more so on the eve of a game. I had figured out different ways of preparing or easing my nerves. One of them was to read late into the night, which meant I needed the light to be on, much to the displeasure of my roomie. One of my favorite books during those days was Tough Times Never Last, Tough People Do by Robert Sculler. Another of my habits was to tap the bat and practice in front of the mirror, or just walk up and down the room, and the rooms back then were pretty tiny. I must thank guys like Sujit, Arjun Raja and Fazal Khalil, guys who used to be my roommates back then, for putting up with my nonsense and letting me prepare for games the way I wanted to, and the way that generally worked for me. I'm sorry too for all the sleepless nights. Love at first sight. That's what happened between the Eden Gardens and me. My second Ranji Trophy game was against Bengal in Eden. What a beautiful ground. It was my first time, and as they say, the first impression lasts forever. While the ground was beautiful, what really excited me was the free sodas and snacks on offer in the dressing room. We could eat and drink as much as we wished, and that was unheard of in junior cricket. Being a teenager, I obviously was super excited and overdid the colas and snacks. I'm sure the seniors weren't too happy with this kid. Thankfully, I did not let them down with the bat. I got my first Ranji Trophy 100 and it was a great feeling. I was now not only just a first-class cricketer but also part of a group of gentlemen who had scored 100 for Karnataka. It was a group consisting of people like G.R. Vishwanath, Brijesh Patel, Roger Binney and Anil Kumble. Yes, he had a first-class 100 by then. And like it would be at Eden a decade later, I played a supporting role to a double centurion, the fabulous Arjun Raja, and we both batted a whole day without being dismissed. Eden was a special place. Back in the day, Ranji Trophy teams travelled by train. We spent long hours in our compartments, eating, drinking, playing cards, and all the other foolhardy things that groups of people do during long journeys. In the middle of all of this, we also enjoyed taking in some quality lessons. As you can imagine, youngsters like me would constantly pester the greats for stories from their playing days, and we learned so much about the rigours of cricket from listening to their experiences. On one such train journey, someone had goofed up and we did not have reservations. So we had to squeeze into the general compartment. We had our huge kits and suitcases and used them as seats. We dared not get up for the 6 to 8 hour journey because there was no guarantee that you'd get your place back or that your kit would be safe. The Ranji Trophy in these journeys gave me a chance to see different places in India and also to play on different kinds of wickets. It's a great learning ground and a competition that teaches you humility and patience. The Ranji Trophy is a very tough competition to win. So much travel, so many teams, so many players. For us, the Karnataka team, winning the Ranji Trophy was a real goal. We wanted it badly. By the mid-1990s, we had won it 5 or 6 times and challenged Mumbai's monopoly. In the 1995 season, I had a chance to captain Karnataka as Anil Kumble was away on India duty. It was a great experience to lead a young side dreaming big. We reached the finals and our senior players who were away on national duty, Srinath, Venkatesh Prasad and Anil Kumble, returned to boost the side and to help us cross that final hurdle. We beat Tamil Nadu at Chepauk and the celebrations led by Javagal Srinath went late into the night. We managed to win the Ranji Trophy again in a couple of years. This time I was captain and we beat UP in the Chinnaswamy Stadium. What really stood out was how much winning the Ranji Trophy meant for all the India team regulars. The Karnataka State Cricket Association played a big role in my formative years. The coaches, administrators and officials were always willing to help. By the time I was 23, about 5 or 6 years into first-class cricket, what were soft murmurs turned into loud whispers. When were you going to play for India? It was a question I was asked by everyone who stopped to say hi. I was hoping and anticipating a call-up as well, but my first-class journey had taught me how to be patient. The Ranji Trophy is a hard school. You're always under pressure because you know there are so many people playing and vying for 3 or 4 spots in the Indian team. You need to keep performing. The Ranji Trophy was a perfect finishing school for me. It taught me so much both on and off the field, both technically and mentally. And on June 20th, 1996, all the years of hard work in junior and first-class cricket came to fruition. As I was walking up the steps at Lord's, after giving some catches to the guys who were part of the 11 for that test match, Azharuddin walked past me for the toss and said, "Rahul, tum aaj khel rahe ho."